Hi, we're here at the Business Startup Show. It's day 2 and we have with us one of our guest speakers. It's Jon Jay, established businessman and offering advice to startups.
Yes.
How is everything going at the show?
It's very good. It's very busy. More people here than ever before.
Yeah.
Great atmosphere. And fantastic show to be involved with.
For people who don't know your story, you're obviously quite famous now for starting a business with not a lot of money and starting lots of businesses now. But tell us a little bit about how you got into business.
Yeah, sure. 11 years ago, I was down to my last £145 in cash, which is a pretty scary amount. But worse than that, I had £50,000 worth of personal debt. My flat was 3 months in arrears with the mortgage, so that was looking pretty scary. I thought that was going to be repossessed any second.
Yeah.
The phone had been cut off. It was just a terrible situation. But I had a good idea for a business, but very little money. And I hear people all the time say that they can't start a business until they get £50,000, £100,000, £250,000 worth of investment. I think that's ridiculous. I think you can start a business with a good idea and some smart sales and marketing strategies. And I think that's really what it comes down to. Because if you can't sell what it is that you've got, then no one's going to buy it. If no one buys it, it's not called a business, it's called a hobby, which is great, but it doesn't pay the mortgage, and bank managers don't like that.
True.
So I had my good idea, which was a training company for people who wanted to learn more about coaching skills. I mean, to be honest, everyone's doing it now, but in 1999, no one was doing it in the UK. And I knew some people who could deliver the training program, didn't know anything about coaching myself, and I went out and I found some customers. And I used some marketing strategies that I've been teaching here at the show to get the first group of 27 people who paid £2,000 each to come on this training program.
Okay.
And they got a great experience, great training, saved my financial life. What I didn't realise was that business would turn over £1 million in the first year, £1.5 million in the second year, £2 million in the third year, and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's a company that I sold in 2007, November the 16th, 2007, to a private equity firm for millions of pounds in cash. So from a very small and humble beginnings, from that £145, you can create a world-winning, beating, incredible business with very, very humble start.
What about £17.50? I think that's what I've got.
You can do it with £17.50. I'm sure you can.
So you mentioned before that you're teaching entrepreneurs and budding entrepreneurs some marketing skills.
Yes.
Can you pass on a few secrets to us for our readers?
Yeah, sure. One of the strategies that I think every startup should be using, because it's very cost effective, even if you only got £17.50, is what we call strategic ventures. And this is where you ask yourself the question, who's already got the customers or the clients that I want? There's a very simple question, but sometimes people don't come up with an answer very quickly because you have to think about it. And sometimes you have to think very laterally. Who would buy what I've got, and who's already got those customers? And then you approach those companies that already have the customers that you want, and you you make some sort of arrangement where they promote what it is that you do. Now, people say, do you need a contract? Does money change hands? Do you pay them a percentage of sales? Well, I've done this scores of times. We're not quite into the hundreds yet, but we're probably up to about 80 to 90 times that I've done this. And every single time that I've done it, I've never paid any money. They've never paid me. I never paid them. It's a mutual back-scratching effort.
Right.
And you'll find that if you ask other companies to help you build your business, they will usually say yes. And you'll find that the more companies that say yes, the more companies that will say yes. So success breeds success. Now, if you've got 3 or 4 strategic ventures, and sometimes one is all it takes, you can build a business from scratch with absolutely no money whatsoever, simply because other companies who have similar customers to the ones that you want are promoting you. So that's my big tip of the day.
And that's a fairly good one, I'd
It's
say.
a very good tip.
Write that down.
It's a write-it-downer, yes.
So what's happening in your world at the moment? You've still got quite a few business sort of projects.
Well, I really only have one.
Oh, right.
I believe in only one business at a time.
Okay.
I meet people who've got hundreds of businesses, and I think, well, you can't be doing any of them particularly well. I'd like to focus on one thing at a time. I sold the Coaching Academy
Yes.
in 2007. Took a little bit of time off, not quite as much as I should have done, to be honest. And then I launched into a new business, which is helping business owners improve their sales and marketing.
Right.
And we started again with very, very little investment. I practice what I preach through 9 strategic ventures. And very, very quickly, we went from 0 people on our database of people who are interested in what we do to 33,000 in a matter of weeks. And we did that using the techniques that we teach other people.
Right.
So now I run the Nationwide Alliance of Business Owners, NABO. We've got 44,000 members around the UK, all business owners, just like the people watching this who are interested in building their business.
Sure.
And we give away free resources. And there is a method to our madness, because if we give away lots of free, helpful information to business owners, and you can get this at nabo.biz, we believe that some of those people will come back and will invest with us and help for us to help them one-on-one grow their business. And in fact, we work with 205 companies around the UK, helping them improve their sales and marketing week in, week out. Excellent. So that's what I do now.
And NABO here at the show, I met some of the staff yesterday at the exhibitor party. So yeah,
fantastic.
It's quite busy at the moment, so I hope they're offering some of their services and advice to everyone here today.
Absolutely.
Just lastly, who are some of the entrepreneurs that you admire? Who are your heroes in business?
Oh, that's a good question. I tell you what really got me started was I was actually working in Ibiza. And I was only working in the evenings, which sounds like a pretty good job. So I spent a lot of the daytime on the beach. And I was reading Richard Branson's biography. This was 1996. And I was reading his biography and I thought, this is exciting. I could do this. I want to have a business that does something like Virgin. Now, I'm a long way off, believe me. But that was the inspiration. I thought, if Richard Branson can do it, anyone can do it. Because what he says all the way through his book is that he had dyslexia at school. He didn't have particularly great qualifications. He didn't have huge financial backing. And at the end of the day, it comes down to your character and your personality and your desire. And if you want it enough and you're willing to work hard, you can make it happen. So I suppose, even though I've never met the man, and I don't really need to, because that book was the starting point. So I'd recommend anyone read biographies of successful business people. They're very, very inspiring.
Excellent. And perhaps we'll touch on, you've written a couple of books yourself.
Yes, I've written a couple of books on sales and marketing, and I don't even sell them. I give them away free.
Wow.
And we've given away thousands of these books to business people around the UK, because it's all about, if we help enough business people get what they want, then they will help us build our business at the same time.
That's pretty much what the show's about, really, today as well.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, thank you very much for your time. I
thank you.
hope you enjoy your show experience.
I'm loving it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.